to Your Riding Success Ask Tash TV. So excited to be chatting to you guys on this fantastic Friday. And I've got a question. First question that came in was about sitting trot. How do you do an awesome, superior, amazing sitting trot? Okay, that wasn't the question. It was about sitting trot, but I'm adding the amazing, superior, stupendous sitting trot because I'm in a mood. But how do you do it? How do you do a sitting trot? So I guess the first thing when it comes to sitting trot or canter or anything that comes to your seat is practice. When I first, I've still got my diary entry that I entered when I first got my first lot. My parents bought me a 6-lesson package at a riding school when I was about 11 years old, and I remember writing in my diary going, I am now a rider. I can rise to the trot properly and sit on a horse when it bucks, because I think she'd used the lunge whip. And Squiggles was the pony, and he pig-rooted about 1 centimetre off the ground, and I thought, that's it. I am the rider of the world. And I can still remember it. I remember thinking, God, I'm really, really good. And then, obviously, the more I learned about riding, and then the more I learned, I went, oh my God, I'm so not skilled at all in this area, and I don't really know what I'm doing. And you know, once I figured out rising trot, I thought, oh, yeah, I'm pretty good at this. And then this world opened up to me about sitting trot. I'm like, why? Why would we sit when we can rise? I've just mastered this rising thing. And obviously the sitting trot, not so easy. It was this, you know, bouncing phenomenon, and I just went, oh, well, I just won't even do that. And then obviously a couple of years later figured out I better learn this. So the first thing you've got to think about is, okay, so basically when you're rising trot, the horse's back, you know, it comes up, so you come up and then you come down to meet it. So you're doing this. In a sitting trot, you want to sit with the horse. Now, what tends to happen when we're not very skilled at the sitting trot or don't quite know what we're doing, we do this and the back, and we kind of bounce like this, and we're opposing forces. Do you get that feeling when you're just bouncing and you're getting thrown out everywhere, sideways, upwards, backwards, and you have no idea what's going on? The point of the sitting trot is to connect with the back and then go up and down with the back. So all very good theory, yes, okay, my back. So I always say my back is my horse's back. I must connect and suck my back into the horse's back so we can move as one. If you've seen that movie Avatar, you know when they do the plug-in thing? That's how I think my sitting trot is. So I do rising trot when I warm up the horses, and you know, I'm off their back and I'm playing with them and I'm getting them really loose and supple. And then when I sit trot, it's okay. Time to work, I connect my back to my horse's back, and then I can now influence everything that my horse does. I can influence where he goes, how fast he goes, what he does, because I'm now connected. So, awesome, great, how do we do that? Probably the first thing you've got to think about is there's a natural arch in your back. I don't know if you can see that. There's a natural arch, and what you need to do is flatten out that natural arch so you have a straight spine. So that means you've got to tilt the front of your pelvis back. So if I overemphasize the arch, do you see how I've got to tilt my pelvis and make everything go out backwards? Now if I tilt my pelvis the other way and come, I don't know if this is recording, it come the other way and tilt it that way, now my back is straight, and I can then, you know, connect to the horse's back better. So the first thing you've got to do is, if you've got any arch in your back or any kind of bend in your back, you want to flatten that out. I've done a few Pilates classes. You know, the whole pretend your belly button is connected to your spine or pulled back into your spine. It's kind of that same feeling where you use your stomach and your belly and everything to straighten up. Like I said, the trot is throwing you out of the saddle, so you need to have a shock absorber. Just like a car has a shock absorber, we need to have a shock absorber. So you'll take that shock down through your ankle. So you'll actually stamp down and go 1, 2, 1, 2 out through your ankle rather than out through your body. So your body can be totally still and connected, and it's your ankles that are taking that down. I'm trusting that is making sense. So how do you have a good sitting trot? You've got to sit deep in the saddle. Make sure you're not gripping with your thighs. If you notice, the minute I grip with my thighs, I come up and I come out of the saddle. I simply have to because I'm gripping and sucking up. You've got to open up your knees and sit down in the saddle. You've got to really get down deep into the saddle so you can then connect your back with your tilting your pelvis, your stomach into your spine, so you're through like that, taking the shock and the absorption, you know, that thing that's throwing you out down through your ankles instead, so they take the rhythm, and then off you go. So your abs should be hurting, you should be using your stomach, you should be using your core, you should be doing all those kinds of things. And yeah, I remember when I first started sitting trot, it was like a flood just getting thrown out everywhere, and a lot of people then don't do sitting trot. That's what I did. I went, well, I'm no good at that, and I know it, and it feels awful because you're bouncing on your horse's back going, I'm so sorry. And you know, sometimes when I see horses, I go, oh, aren't horses great? Because they put up with us, you know, banging around on there, and they still carry us through. So the point is going, okay, even if you're not good at it, even if you feel you're bouncing a bit, keep doing it. Keep searching for that connection. Keep flattening your spine. Stomach! You know, so if ever I'm teaching and I'm doing sitting trot, that's probably what you'll hear me say. I'll just be screaming, stomach! Come on! Come on! So you want to think, you know, if I'm about to come and bash you in the stomach with a 2x4, that kind of tense in your stomach, that's what you want to keep in your sitting trot to, you know, counteract that force that's throwing you out to actually connect you down into the saddle. Trust that makes sense. Trust you're super excited to go out, practice heaps and have heaps of fun, and I'll see you next week. Have a super day.